Hey everybody, today is going to be a little bit different in the sense that there'll be an incorporation of a bit of movement with what I'm sharing. So for those of you who knew me back when I used to teach a lot of yoga trainings, yoga classes, I was never one of the super athletic yogis. What really inspired me was the athleticism of the subtle body. So really starting to understand the sensations that I'm feeling beyond the physical body, just in regular life. Like why my stomach feels a certain way, why I started to feel fluttering at the crown of my head, why do I start to feel a heaviness in certain situations, you know? And a lot of yogis will say that once we start any kind of practicing of expanding ourselves, we start to have an awareness beyond the physical body. So this can be from plant medicine, this can be from yoga, this can be from meditation, it can be from art, it doesn't matter. But it's something that expands our awareness. We start to sense something beyond us. We get those tickles at the back of our neck, the spidey sense, these sorts of things. And what is that? So I was fortunate enough to, years ago, meet some really good teachers to really give me agency back in the sense of starting to understand what's happening. And this is what I really want to pass on and share with you. So today I want to talk about an energy center that's not one of the 7 major ones that are always talked about, because there's tons on our body, tons. That's why in acupressure they use needles and little points all over the body. We go from major ones to minor ones to micro ones. This one today is fairly important. We call it a micro center, and it's called the Perineum minor. So this energy center is located at the area of the perineum, obviously, between the sex organs and the anus. What it's responsible for is expelling diseased and dirty energy from the body. So like when we eat food, we take the good stuff, and what the body can't use, we expel. It's the same with prana. When we go outside and we sit in the sun, we sit on the earth and absorb. We eat food, we breathe. We take in the prana from that and then expel what we can't use. Generally through the armpits and through the perineum. Now when we sit around a lot, like we are in quarantine right now, as much as we're trying not to, you know, some of us are confined, it's a reality. So how do I keep feeling light and not have this heavy energy start to build up? Because if I don't start to move, it plugs up and then it doesn't expel. And this energy center expands and congests and congests and congests. And then we feel really heavy, really lethargic, really sluggish, really grumpy, and hard to do anything. It's hard to do anything. So really with any of these exercises, it's like an awareness of the center, your breath, and the movement. And the way I used to teach is like you can be in any position as long as you're bringing awareness to that center and then starting to move with the breath, move with your awareness. And there also has to be that belief too. Hey, I'm going to give this a try and see if it works. And I always say with everything, don't just believe, try it for yourself. So what I want to do today, it's super simple. Taking some sort of elevation apparatus. I'll call this the bolster. You could use cushions, you could use blocks, you could use blankets, whatever you have at home. I'm going to take this behind me and I'm going to sit higher up and elevate the hips, and then take the soles of the feet as close as I can towards the body, as close as my ankles will allow. And before I do anything, just spreading my toes and really feeling the ground below me. And what tends to happen, especially when we feel a lot of anxiousness or anxiety, we tend to lift and tighten away from the earth because the earth doesn't feel super comfortable, the earth doesn't feel safe. Where am I going to get my next paycheck? And we pull up. So once we're here, I want you to just really let yourself get heavy. We're thinking about the earth, about grounding, about being supported. And soft. So scanning through the shoulders, scanning through your face. Is there anything in there that doesn't really need to be held on to right now? So if you want to, you can place your hands on the ground. And if that's too uncomfortable for your belly, because maybe you ate a big meal, maybe about a belly. And again, no judgment. It's all about being comfortable. You want to lean up and just grab onto your legs. Doesn't matter, even if you don't have a belly. Whatever feels comfortable. That's the most important thing with any of this. It's like not looking like anything. It's just finding the place where you can let go and relax. So once you've found your spot, really letting everything sink down, relaxing in the perineum, soles of the feet. Just in our mind, setting that intention, connecting with the consciousness of the perineum. Every center has a consciousness. Thanking it. Thanking you for letting go. Thanks for expelling all the disease and dirty energy in my body. Thanks for not holding on to anything. I willingly let go. And from your heart, just mean it. I'm done holding on to what I don't need to hold on to. And even that conscious awareness, you start to feel this spaciousness in the low belly. It's crazy. Sometimes we just need to speak to the consciousness of these centers. So from now, I want you to bring your awareness down to the soles of your feet. And if you just wait there for a moment, you might start to notice a tingling in the soles of the feet, maybe in the toes. Encourage them to wake up. If you feel that, hey, I'm having a hard time feeling a little bit there, try sliding your feet forward a little bit just to take the pressure out of your ankle so the degree of the bend is not so intense. If there's too much of an angle there, too much pressure on the ankles, it really restricts the flow of energy. That's what's important in any kind of energetic yoga, is you don't want to take yourself right to the very end where everything seizes and the energy can't flow. It's like you need to back up a little bit so you can allow energy to move. So find that place for your feet where you're not feeling like you're overextending. Now from here, we're going to take 3 breaths, imagining that we're breathing through the soles of our feet, sucking the air through the soles of our feet, up our legs to the perineum. When we get to the top of the breath, we're going to hold for about 8 seconds, and then we'll exhale, releasing everything. On the inhale, I want you to make a slight contraction of the pelvic floor. So as if you're stopping the flow of urine just for a moment. Holding with the inhale, and then exhale, release, and let everything go, all the muscles. So together, inhaling up through the perineum, through the soles of the feet. Up, up, up. Holding the perineum, engage. Hold the breath. Keep your awareness at the perineum. And when you're ready, exhale out the mouth. Letting go. Let yourself feel that. Relax the perineum. Feel the soles of your feet. Next one again, inhaling up through the soles of the feet. Up the legs to the perineum, hold, slight lift of the pelvic floor. And when you're ready, exhaling up the mouth slowly. Relax the shoulders, temples, ankles. Slight smile in your mind's eye towards the perineum. Thank you for letting go. Last breath. Soles of the feet with awareness, starting to breathe up. Holding the perineum, engage slightly. And exhaling out the mouth slowly, letting go. And again, I want you to your mind's eye, even if the corners of your mouth lift, smiling towards the perineum. This simple smile causes the energy body to expand. And when we send that awareness to the perineum, it also expands.